we have the bike that saved Ducati. You could say the Ducati Monster was another one of those happy accidents of the motorcycle industry, but one man fought hard to make it a reality. Miguel Galluzzi was designing cars for GM Opel in Germany, but he was bored with the car industry. Then, in 1987, he was hired by Soichiro Honda and set up in a studio in Italy. His job? To help Honda understand the way the Italian industry worked. His original sketches were thrown out by Honda, who refused to acknowledge the benefits of stripping back the bodywork that had become synonymous with many of their bikes. Bikes like the then new CBR 600F were where they saw the future. 2 years later, they parted company, and the frustrated designer had a chance meeting with the Castiglione brothers, who then owned Cagiva, Ducati and Husqvarna. In 1990, he was hired with the express idea of developing an all-new 900SS. Despite its success, Galluzzi was never happy with the fully faired 900SS, which he had originally proposed a half fairing for. At one point, it's even reported that he simply took a hacksaw to a 750SS to cut off the lower fairing to reveal the engine in order to make his point. His philosophy was simple, that the form of the bike should be just enough to enjoy the ride, nothing more and nothing less. He took the engine from the 900SS and an existing trellis chassis and began to cut away everything that wasn't essential to the design. From engine to chassis, each piece was minimised or removed until a basic shape began to appear, revealing a motorcycle reminiscent of the past but also looking to the future. When some wise journalist commented that this is so futuristic, Galluzzi just laughed, asking where he had been for the last 50 years. Even the name was an accident. The marketing men at Cagiva called late one evening to ask, "What's the name of your project?" It had been given the code name M900, but it didn't have a name. Galluzzi saw his children's favourite rubber toys on the floor and smiled. They were called Little Monsters, and so the monster was born. Even then, it wasn't a smooth path. The Cagiva marketing team hated the name, but the French importers who were at the meeting loved it and said it was perfect. The rest, shall we say, is history. The Monster became Ducati's biggest selling bike of all time and saved the company. The same design philosophy was continued for the next 25 years and has only been slightly moved away from that vision in the latest 2023 model. Few bikes can boast a production run that long, and you can see several of the variations of the Monster in the footage. It's a great example of a bare bones motorcycle. Everything you need and nothing you don't. And the early Monsters will always be sat on the podium in the Motorcycle Hall of Fame.